Bay Area earthquake shakes regions near fault that's overdue for a major rupture. An early morning quake in the Bay Area has grabbed attention not only for its timing and location, but because it occurred near one of the region's most concerning fault lines, the Hayward Fault, which scientists believe is overdue for a large quake. What happened? At 2:56 a.m. on September 22, 2025, a magnitude 4.6 earthquake was initially reported just south of UC Berkeley's campus. The U.S. Geological Survey later revised the quake downward to magnitude 4.3. The epicenter was in Berkeley. Many Bay Area residents, especially in the East Bay, reported this was the strongest shaking they felt at their homes in recent memory. As of the reporting, there were no major injuries or significant damage. Why this quake matters. Proximity to the Hayward Fault. The quake's origin is close to the Hayward Fault, one of the major faults in the Bay Area, which geologists have flagged for its high risk of a large earthquake. According to scientists, there is about a 1 in 3 chance, is almost equal to 33%, that the Hayward Fault will produce a magnitude 6.7 or larger earthquake in the next 30 years. The Hayward Fault is a strike-slip fault, meaning the two sides slide past each other horizontally. Geological studies suggest that significant quakes there tend to happen on intervals of about 140 years, plus or minus 50 years. Its last major quake was in 1868, when a magnitude 7.0 event caused substantial damage and fatalities. Aftershocks and risk levels. Scientists expect aftershocks. The USGS predict about an 18% chance of at least one aftershock above magnitude 3 in the area over the next week. The chance of something larger, above magnitude 4, drops sharply to around 2%. While smaller earthquakes don't necessarily trigger larger ones, their occurrence can slightly increase the short-term odds of more activity. Roland Bergman, a geoscience professor at UC Berkeley, emphasized that the interest in this quake isn't because it's necessarily the big one, but because it's placing near parts of the fault believed to have produced past large quakes, including the 1868 event and a magnitude 4 in 2018. What's not clear? There is no strong scientific evidence to suggest that this quake is an immediate precursor to a much larger quake. In other words, while proximity to past rupture zones heightens concern, this does not mean a large quake is about to happen. Exactly how stress has been redistributed along the fault by this quake, and whether it has increased the likelihood of a nearby section rupturing, remains to be studied. Why the Hayward Fault is overdue. Based on long-term geological records, if quakes tend to occur every 140 years, with plus or minus 50 years variation, and with the last major quake in 1868 more than 150 years ago, that puts the fault somewhat past its average recurrence interval. The northern stretch of the Hayward Fault is of particular interest. Both the 2018 smaller quake and this recent one are located near that segment. Researchers believe that stretch could be the same part that ruptured in 1868. Implications and what to monitor. Scientists will watch for aftershocks, changes in seismicity, and any new data about strain buildup on the Hayward Fault. Public emergency preparedness is vital. Reinforcing older structures, ensuring that infrastructure is resilient, and raising awareness among residents in high-risk zones. Further studies and monitoring GPS, fault creep measurements, etc. are needed to refine estimates of when, where, and how big the next large quake might be. If you watched to this point, kindly like and subscribe for more happenings around you.